No, not at all.
Okay, that's good, Jason. Don't put it louder than that. No yelling and screaming. Yep.
Oh, maybe a little bit down now.
Turn it down, Jace. Or go in the room if you want to hear it. Go in the room. Damn, where were we again?
We were talking about how Cardi B had
What she was doing her day to day.
Yeah, well, we haven't even got there. We're just talking about how she built the following just from being herself, authentic online.
That was actually the first time. That actually, okay.
Oh, I'm starting to record. Yeah, that one's on record.
Yeah,
You know this says no card on it, right?
One of them says that, but the other side should be a certain amount of time.
82 minutes.
Yeah, 82?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, we good.
Alright, here we go.
So with Cardi, her day to day.
Well, we were talking about just, you were saying she was able to build this huge following before you even really got in on day to day because she was just being her authentic self online. Obviously, we know she was already kind of known in the city.
Right.
Just
I mean, she obviously with the 1 million+ followers on her second Instagram page, she was known outside of the city as well.
Right.
But that was a lesson to me. When I saw that, a bell went off. Oh man, that sound.
Yeah, it's up to you. I think I'll
Can you turn it off? Yeah. You turn it off?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
And all these clips are great because when we paste them, just you
Yeah.
go to Carl, get up. Hey, what's that sound? Clip.
Yeah.
Make little noises and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still, okay.
You guys are good doing that?
I guess it takes a minute to cut off.
sometimes yeah, with the
Put it to auto.
Yeah, it's on auto and off.
Okay. You let it go past.
Yeah.
Let's just see this. Cause the vents right here.
Yeah. But don't you got two different units? You got the upstairs and the downstairs.
This is what it is. Cause it's literally right over the.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah, it's a minute, so guess it takes a few minutes, a minute or so to cut it off.
It's on auto or off? Or is it
Off. Yeah, totally.
There it is. Okay, so shh, quiet. Okay. So Cardi's day to day just intrigued me. I'm like, how did she do that? And she was just being herself. Now, mind you, this is something I had been telling Cashflow
right.
for years prior to that. You know, but as an artist, they have to find themselves. At one point, he was a gangster rapper, street rapper, this rapper. But Cashflow is super funny, has a great personality.
Right.
I thought that would work, but you know.
Right. And it real since you there, that's why. And you told me this the other day. You was like, don't move away from the personality test and everything. But that's why I always have artists and creatives take this personality test because what you were saying, what made Cardi so special was she was her authentic self. Yes. Shout out to the Libra gang, y'all. She was her authentic self.
Yeah, she definitely was.
And being able to share that with an audience online, and I think the more we know ourselves. Back to that personality test. Now artists or creatives, they can feel a little bit more comfortable. Hey, this is who I am.
Right.
This is uniquely who I am.
Right.
Let me allow people to experience this because that's what they want to get to. But Cardi was this lightning in the bottle. She was her authentic self, and you learned the lesson that you had been trying to apply with Cashflow for the longest. Yeah.
I mean, let me add this. She was her authentic self, exaggerated, right? But it still was herself.
Okay.
You know, obviously, she understood naturally how to make people laugh because she's funny.
Right.
So it was exaggerated because just being around Cardi personally, she was herself, but not that exaggerated, right? A very introspective young lady. And again, Cardi was like a daughter to me. She called me dad.
Right.
And so that was the relationship I had with her, like a father type of figure. And and by seeing her do that, reinforced what I already believed. Like, this really works, being yourself. And Cashflow saw that.
Right.
Being yourself works.
Right.
So I think right around that time was a turning point for him where he became himself. Right? And so we know that works.
Right.
Being yourself works, no matter who you are. I mean, because you're the best at being yourself.
Ain't nobody be you.
You can't run out of material.
Right.
Being
right,
yourself.
Right.
And okay, again, thanks for coming to the house.
Nah, that's all good.
But I got stuff going on over here this side of the house. I got stuff going on that side of the house. I got people coming in from the swimming pool.
Right.
So that's what we're doing here, okay? And this is what I love. I'm here for a while. Keyz is here with me. This is my brother. I love him. And
Thank you, bro.
okay. Hey, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
Gonna make a good shot.
Yeah.
You want to reset us real quick, director?
Yeah, so talking about Cardi B is in her authentic self but
Right.
exaggerated.
Right.
And so y'all were just kind of on the topic of genuine self. I think y'all were
Right,
going into,
right.
you know, the science behind why it's important to be your genuine self.
Right. And also, again, Cardi was her.
An exaggerated version of herself.
All right, I'm just here. Like, hey guys, please, like, could you turn the music down and all that stuff? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like pure comedy to the camera. It's like The Office, the faces. It's gonna be good. When I put
Listen,
it together, it's gonna be hilarious.
I'm on the first episode. He came by to see me to shoot the first episode.
Yeah, it was just about getting it started, getting it going. Cause I've been talking about this podcast for what six months now.
Yeah.
And so, and while we're here, right? Because again, we're talking about practical. We give you stories, but there's gonna be practical information, and I think the lesson in all of this is action, which I'm gonna go into a little bit with you, which I learned so much from you because you are an action person.
I stumble forward.
Right.
Right. I figure it out. It's good most of the time, but the thing that I'm doing now, I'm really putting in pre-effort to have everything in order right now before I launch. Because normally, again, I come up with the idea, this and that. And by the way, since I came in here, Dame Dash has always been somebody I looked up to. I met everybody. I never met Dame Dash, one of my mentors, and he didn't know it. And the reason I liked Dame Dash because I felt I was more like him. Because people would say, who's better? Who you like better, Puffy or him? I was more Dame Dash because he was about empowering people.
Right.
And the books that I read coming up as a teenager into being a hustler at the time, which I'm no longer a hustler, was empowering other people. Like when the Thomas Fords, Thomas Edison, anybody with some of Thomas Ford's, Henry Ford, I'm sorry, they believed in empowering other people. So I'm big on empowering other people, and I'm big on character. So, and Dame Dash, again, like he made a lot of millionaires. He'll never be broke. Okay, I just wanted to add that. And it's back to Cardi. Again, her day-to-day.
So
She just needed direction.
Shaf came to you,
Right.
had an artist, he believed in her, he had a plan, he had a vision.
Right. He didn't have the people.
He didn't have the people. So early on the team was you, him, Cardi, and Cashflow.
Right. He came to me the very first night after we met, after we shot part of the video. We were on the phone. He let me know, I know who you are. I know some of the stuff you did. I'm starting this company. I want you to be my partner because this is what I'm going to do with her. I'm going to make her this. I'm going to make her a star. She's going to be big, this and that. I'm looking like, okay, cool. All right, let me think about it.
One of those, I heard it before, type of conversation.
Yeah, like, okay. Because at the time, I didn't equate her being funny and having 1 million followers into music being a star.
Right, or even the audience so much yet. Are people really monetizing?
No, I knew, right.
Okay.
I don't know how I was already into the monetizing and all that, but music.
Right. Okay. Right.
But he was already a producer. So this is what he's thinking.
Okay.
Right. He had his path.
Right.
And he learned things along the way to help make him believe that he can do it.
Right.
I had my path.
Right.
And I learned And I just didn't see that with her. So, but I believed in him,
Right.
right? Because as the days went on, we were talking, and I'm like, damn, this dude he sound kind of smart. So we connected on that level. So finally, I told him, like probably 3 days later, or maybe a week later, I said, nah, Chef, I can't be your partner, man, because I got some unfinished business with my son. Cool. Thing about Chef is he still somehow reeled me in where I was working with him every day.
Right.
And it just became one of them things where every day we traveled, we was in the car every day going up and down. You get to know somebody intimately when you're in a car and driving with them. Now they farting in front of you. And
Right.
So I got to know Cardi on that level.
So, what were some of the day-to-day goals with Cardi early on? Okay, you guys got her. You got the records done. Obviously,
Right,
we
right.
know that's the easy part now. What was some of the day-to-day goals in
Okay.
advancing her to the next level?
My job, one of my primary jobs was to take the content that she put out on Instagram to make it bigger on other platforms. Right? She
Okay.
already had Instagram sewn up.
Okay.
Every now and then I would suggest, talk about this, talk about that.
Okay.
Right? So again, it was only us, so we wearing many hats. I'm
Right.
the driver, I'm security, I'm this, I'm that. But the primary reason was for the digital aspect.
So-
and I can make you money. That was Shaft thing, make us some money.
In the
off
digital
it.
space.
Because Cardi was investing her money, and Shaft was putting some of his money, to my knowledge, as well.
Okay.
So we need to make money.
So,
that was the goal.
what did you do to say, okay, you got Instagram, you got it on lock. What can we
Right.
do to magnify this content in other places?
Okay, that's an excellent question. I came up with the term and the business model of influencer marketing.
Wait, say that again. That's big.
I came up with the term and the business model influencer marketing in between 2015 and 2016.
That's big.
How I did it? I controlled and ran the Facebook pages of many people, from Mary J. Blige, Sean Kingston, Cashflow Harlem, DC Young Fly. It was just so many. I can't. What's the lady that did the cooking? She passed away. She was a good friend of mine. But anyway, So basically, I controlled all the Facebook pages. Each page had a few million followers. So combined, I had a network of sometimes over 50 to 100 million eyeballs.
Wow. From controlling all these different digital
Right.
profiles.
So at that point, I'm like, damn, I can go here. Okay, but I'm going to go over here to this company. Listen, I can get you access to 100 million eyeballs
Right.
to promote your stuff.
Tomorrow, if I need it.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, oh my God, they didn't believe it.
Right.
So to make a long story short, I let the artists know that, listen, I'm going to help you because I'm going to share your content on this person's page. So I intertwined all of that.
Build the cross-reference.
Yes,
network.
exactly,
Right.
cross-marketing. But it had to make sense,
Right.
right? I wouldn't market like, for instance, I had some, all kind of stuff. But so many different, from comedians to actors. I was the guy. I was the only one in that space. Then you had other people come along. You got some guys now. Cool. I don't need the credit. James!
That's actually good because we need to delete some video or something from your ran out of storage space.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't know if you have like a
Yeah, I
video
got a lot
or a
of
couple
stuff I gotta delete.
videos will take off.
Yeah.
But I'm glad.
Let's turn
actually
that
because-
stuff off too, because I want to
Yeah.
save as much space as we can.